right, YouTube. It is Mr. Mean coming at you this Thursday. Couldn't remember what day it was. Back from Gamehole Con. Fantastic time had. Got to hang out with Jason Hobbs of Hobbs and Friend. Got to hang out with Dave Beatty. Got to say hi to B. Dave Walters. Got to say hi to Satine Phoenix. They were there. Just an overall good time. Convention was a lot of fun. The only downside to the convention was it was in Dane County, which is where Madison, Wisconsin is, and they had a mask ordinance. So anytime you were indoors, you had to wear a mask. So conversing with people and stuff like that was kind of a hassle. We found out about it at the last minute. I was planning on doing a interview with Dave Beatty, but when I found out that I had to wear a mask, I just decided it wasn't worth it. It's, it'd be muffled, and you're already in a loud convention, setting. It just wouldn't have been very well. So anyway, I had done a quick video from the con showing you some of the goodies and stuff that I had picked up and the swag that I got. And so I promised some videos, and so here's the first of them. I was able to pick up some really cool stuff, and I knew I was going to have great content to share. And so one of the things that I picked up was Barebones Fantasy role-playing game by DWD Studios, a complete fantasy role-playing game by Larry Moore and Bill Logan. And I also picked up Of Towns and Heroes, a Game Master Toolkit. We'll talk about this a little bit more in a minute. The super awesome part is this is Barebones Fantasy. We are looking at a whopping 80 pages. That includes the table or the index. 80 pages. Tiny little book, hardback. There's not a whole lot of art in it, but like my standard trope that I say is, the art is consistent, and this is a percentage-based game. The GM who ran it for us, his name was Brian. He's from Duluth, which was super cool. And the neat part was he did a Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online skin of the game. So we all played, like we had a Khajiit, we had a Nord, we had all these, if you've played Skyrim, the game, then you know the ESO setting, or if you play ESO Online, the Elder Scrolls Online. So it was amazing. First and foremost, what I like about Barebones Fantasy is, well, basically everything. This clicked, or checked all the boxes for me. It's small, it's light, it's portable, it is easy to transport. You really only need this and some character sheets. You don't have to bring anything else with you to run a game. And percentile dice. And if you do the traditional, 1s and a 10 die, or you could roll a D100. Hopefully if the orb dice guys get their shit together for their Kickstarter and they get that pumped out sometime soon, I'll have a D100 that won't roll forever. But that's another story. So hopefully that will come to fruition, hopefully early next year, I'm hoping. I ordered a full set of orb dice, and I think a D100 was one of the options. I can't remember, but if not, I'll have percentile dice either way. But this is a D10 D% system, and what is great about this, the mechanics are super simple. It is a skill-based system with levels. And basically what Larry Moore and Bill Logan did is they took everything they liked about the games that they had worked on and created over the years and condensed it down to Barebones Fantasy, hence why it is called Barebones Fantasy, because it is slimmed down. There's no actual world setting in here. There is a little bit of like a Pantheon and some general information for a world, but it is pretty much left up to you. So enterprising GMs like myself, my good buddy Brian Isakoff, would skin whatever it is we like, for that setting. You could do Game of Thrones, You could do, obviously, Elder Scrolls. You could do any of your D&D settings. If you're a Greyhawk fan, if you're a Mystara fan, whatever setting it is that floats your boat, Dragonlance, you can do it in this. Any of your movies that you've seen that Lord of the Rings, you could easily do. It's really good, and it's a percentage-based system, and I like systems that give you, like Pathfinder. Pathfinder has the 3-action economy, and you have a penalty after the first action to, like, if you want to keep attacking. If you want to attack someone 3 times, it's first attack is your base, and then second attack is a -5, and your third attack, which most likely will miss unless you roll a natural 19 or natural 20, you're subtracted -10 from, and that can be manipulated with certain feats and class abilities and stuff. But for the most part, you get 3 attacks. You can attack 3 times. Well, this takes it a step further because it's a percentage-based system. It says, fine, you want to attack a second, third, fourth time? Fine, cumulative -20. Period. You want to do anything more than once? It's a -20. It's that simple. It's cut and dry. You want to take one action? Your percentage chance, let's just say, for like my sorcerer that I was playing in the game, I had 110% to hit with any spell that I used. Okay, you want to cast a magic missile, basically? Fine, 110%. Well, I obviously, unless there's some serious modifiers, I'm not going to miss. Whatever the target number is, based on the other person, I roll, boom, hit. Oh, I want to cast it again? Sure, knock yourself out. -20. So now I get a 90 or less. Criticals are handled really easy if it's doubles. So an 11, a 22, a 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, so on and so forth. Counts as a critical and basically lets you add an extra D10 of damage. It's that simple. The game is brilliant in its simplicity and just makes sense. It works. And we had a blast. We played for a little bit over 4 hours. And, the GM, we were immersed in the setting because we all knew the Elder Scrolls setting, first of all. And he taught us that none of us at the table had played the system. And we were up and running in less than 10 minutes. He had pre-generated characters, so we didn't have to make characters. But I've read over character creation, and it is beyond simple. I would recommend starting characters out around 3rd level. It seems to be that's the sweet spot. I think, if I remember correctly, the level system is up to 12. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I mean, I read the book sitting in my hotel room Saturday night. I read the whole book, 80 pages. And it was amazing. There's rules for creating monsters. There is a bestiary in here. It's got about 20 monsters in it, I think, maybe a little more. But from those, you can extrapolate and make anything you want. So, and I even give you rules on how to make a monster. If you want to scratch build your own, you want a certain monster that does a certain thing, they give you rules. So, can't say enough good things about Barebones Fantasy. I was really, really impressed. And the funny part is I've owned this game for 10 years. I bought a PDF of it years ago when my buddy Brian said, "Hey, have you checked out Barebones Fantasy?" I said, "No." I said, "But I'll go pick it up." And I picked it up at the time and never gave it a second glance because I wasn't playing it, didn't have anybody interested in it. So I didn't do anything with it. And now you better believe I'm going to do more with it because I really, really liked it. I like crunchy games that aren't crunchy, if that makes sense. And this has that crunch without the added ability of adding complex rules and making everything crazy. So really well done. So I picked this up at the con, and I'm extremely happy. And I think it's literally $15 on drive-thru, maybe $20 on drive-thru if you want to buy it. Check out Noble Knight. They sometimes have copies. So pretty happy with it. And then while I was at Noble Knight, which is just right outside of Madison, Fitzpatrick or something like the Fitzpatrick, I think it was, Wisconsin. I went to their big store. Noble Knight Games is an online retailer and they buy used games and things like that, but they have a physical store, and so I went there and I was able to pick that up, and then while I was there I saw that they had this, and this is just it is a random book, and I think it's a D100, because that's their big thing here is D100s. Yeah, it's D100 of random towns and things that you would find in a town and or city or in an enclave of some kind, and it's just a toolkit for GMs, so you need you're going to do a one shot, you roll your dice, you get a 32. The heroes are sent to a town to investigate why the recent messenger never returned. When the heroes arrive, they are shrunk down to a few inches, gear and all, by a powerful wizard wielding an arcane wand, who then places them in a constructed network of tunnels and chambers similar to a medieval hamster habitat. There are others there with them, all shrunk down to the size of rodents. People are taken randomly and used demonstratively in front of a class of young wizards who are cruel and vile use. The heroes must break free, rescue others along the way, including the messenger they originally were seeking, to find and use the arcane wand to put themselves back to full size before confronting the wizard and his young brainwashed disciples. Along the way, the dangers they'll face will be appropriate to their new size. A rat, a spider, or bat encounter, while this size could be deadly. So it's just 100 random encounters. I thought it was a city book. I apologize. It was the other one I was looking at. Of this one, it's just random towns and a little just weird adventures, and they've got a few maps and stuff, like, right there. Hopefully there you go. So and that's all it is. It's 42 pages long. It was like, I want to say it was $10. My only gripe with Noble Knight is they're a little bit on the pricey side for my taste, so I don't buy much from them, and they don't seem to have sales or discounts very often. And I don't think when I bought these, I don't think the young man who rung me up gave me my 10% discount, because I tried to get it at con. They didn't have it, so the guy gave me a 10% off coupon of my purchase at the store, and I ran over to the store because, like I said, I had time, and so these two books together was $30, which I think is a little bit on the steep side for what it is. But I can say that if I run this one time, that's $30 well spent, because I think it's an excellent game, and I'm quite pleased with it. So yeah, let's see a little bit more about Barebones Fantasy. Let's see if they've got the artist's name in here. They've got licensing information. Cover art was by Eric Quigley, and the illustrations were William Stewart, K. Rule Hisham, Bill Logan, Larry Moore, and Jeremy Whalen. So yeah, editing was done by Jim White, Tammy Moore, and Gaston R. Goslin. So yeah, and designed by Larry Moore, co-designed by Bill Logan. So not only that, they did the art in it as well. So yeah, Barebones. It literally, the writing is on the 10. It is Barebones. And the art, it's not fantastic, but it's not horrible either. And for 80 pages, you can't really beat it. I mean, this falls up there for, like, big fucking axe for me. This is, combine these two together and you've got hours and hours of entertainment, with everything that's in Big Fucking Axe, and then you add this on top of it, you've got more than enough content to run a campaign. So I'm very grateful for little games like this, because it's a wealth of information in here, and it's a lot of fun. So that's my review of Barebones Fantasy. It's a buy in Mr. Mean's book. Like I said, you can get it on drive-thru. Don't forget to use my affiliate link. That puts a couple pennies in my pocket and helps keep the channel going. I will say that we have a very active Discord. Link will be down in the doobly-doo along with everything else. Go hit up the Discord. We love to talk about tabletop RPGs. No politics, no religion, nothing. It's just table talk gaming. So stop on by, say hi, give a big wave to Mr. Mean and the Meanie Army, or the Meanie Horde as we call ourselves now. we'd love to have you. As well, I have a Patreon, so that's a great way to help support the channel. It's only $5 a month. I don't do any crazy tiers or anything like that. It's $5 a month. What that gets you is a special designator on my Discord, so everybody knows that you're a Patreon member, and it gets you into a drawing every so often. I do drawings for when publishers and stuff send me extra copies of stuff. I put everybody in a drawing, and then I send it to you at my cost. So you know, sometimes you get a free game for nothing, or games, because I've been known to send out a couple. Like if I have smaller things, I'll bundle them up and send them out. So that's a great way. And then also on top of that, you get first dibs on any games that I run on Foundry. I like to GM a lot. Obviously, as you know, everybody knows, most likely if you followed this channel for any amount of time. And so I run various games on Foundry, and right now I'm in the midst of running the Pathfinder bounties, which are little like 1 to 2 hour scenarios that Pathfinder's put together, and they've been gracious enough to make them Foundry compatible. So once you buy them off of Paizo, you just put the little code into your Foundry, and it authorizes you, and then you download the adventure, and it's got all the tokens and all the NPCs and all the maps and handouts that you need. And like I said, they're made to be ran at conventions as an intro to Pathfinder. We ran the first one last night, the Winter Worm, and we had a lot of fun. We had 4 players, and it was a blast, and they want to play more. And none of them had played Pathfinder 2nd edition, so it's a great way to get an intro into the game. And as a Patreon member, you get first dibs on those things when I decide to open them up to the Patreon members. So any questions or concern, as always, you can email me at mrmeanspeaks@gmail.com. If you're a publisher or a game designer and you want me to look at your product, I'll be more than happy to. All I ask is that you send me either a physical copy or a PDF copy. You can email me again at mrmeanspeaks@gmail.com, and we can work out the logistics from there. I'm old, so I don't like reading PDFs, but I understand if you're a budding game designer, money is an issue, and so PDFs work just fine if that's the only option you have at the time. But somebody just reached out to me the other day. I don't remember the name of the company. I don't have it in front of me, but they did reach out and asked if I would review their game. So they're sending me a physical copy of their game. I think it's getting ready to go to Kickstarter, but the game is done, and they just wanted my opinion, which super cool. But I do also want to take a second to give a shout out to some new subscribers. So give me just a second. I should have been better prepared. I never am. That's the quality. We are up to 952 subscribers. So that's thanks to you guys. You guys are awesome. Please continue to spread the word. I would love to hit 1,000 subs by January of 2023. That would be amazing if we could do that, and I think we can. We're well on our way. But what did I want to do? I wanted to go here to notifications. So Peter Schaefer, Peter was one of the people that played in the Pathfinder 2nd edition bounty last night. I ran it last night, and he was great. He had a lot of fun, and he was nice enough to sign up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So Peter, thank you so much. Let's see, do we have any new? YouTube's algorithm for subscribers is a little weird because you don't always get a proper notification. Mike Wilster, Nubby Mike, good friend of mine from Arizona. Nubby, buddy, miss you, love you, hope you're doing well, hope your wife's good. He subscribed to the channel, so awesome to him. And he's a super cool guy, an amazing painter and hobbyist, and a really, really cool, all-around cool dude. Gone, and then another new subscriber, Gone Barley Corn. It's an unusual name, sir. I assume it's a sir because it appears to be a young man in the picture. Yep, it's a young man. So thank you so much, Gone Barley Corn, for subscribing. It's very awesome and kind of you. And that's really the only new subscriber, so I don't know where the other 8 came from, because we were at, or other 5, because we were at 945. Oh, new subscriber, D. Shoe. Thank you, sir or ma'am. It's a lizard, it looks like, for his picture. It's kind of hard to tell. And then 3 weeks ago, Andreas Johansson is also a new subscriber. So thank you, Andreas. So guys, the channel's growing thanks to you guys. You guys make it. The Discord is popping. Like I said, we have a great Discord community. Lots of cool people talking about games. Use it to schedule your games. You know, try to find players, whatever. It's a resource, you know, like anything else. And if you don't use it, it's not a resource. So drop by to Discord. Use the affiliate link. It helps out the channel. If you have the spare cash and you like what I do, support me on Patreon. It's a great way to help. And other than that, guys, that's all I got. Thank you so much for everything. It's a lot of fun to do this and keep it going, and I really appreciate all the support from everybody. So as always, peace and hair grease, and remember, Mr. Mean says be nice. We're gonna fade out here, and you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.